Hey everyone, I'm 18, female, and I have had a difficult life. I have one older sister, she's 26, and she's married. Since I was a child, my parents made sure that I knew that I was not their first preference. Every time they had the choice to choose anyone, it would have always been my sister over me. I've been a scapegoat all my life for my parents. I am not even kidding when I tell you that they treated me like an adult even though I was a child and babied my sister completely. Whatever she wanted, she would get no matter how illogical, expensive, or nonsensical it was. Whenever my sister did anything stupid or dumb, it was always, "Oh, she's young. She can make mistakes." And whenever I do something wrong, it was always, "Oh my God, how could you do such a thing? I expected so much more from you," etc. It is extremely stressful dealing with a family like that. I can tell you so many stories where my parents have actively chosen my golden sister over me, but I would rather not bore you guys out of your mind with it. But the biggest thing that my parents have done that almost made me give up on the entire relationship that we have was when I was 16. So when I was 16, I decided that there was this dream college of mine and I want to go study there. My parents at first told me straight to my face that they do not think I would get in at all, and it's nothing but a waste of my time and emotions for me to daydream about ending up in that college. I told them that I do not feel the same way, and I have been working really hard to reach my goals and be successful, and they just laughed. But after I showed them my report cards, I begged them to start saving for my university. They said that there is no way they would be able to pay for my university because they do not have that much money. I told them that it's fine. I will work my way through college. I just need them to save money with me because I want to have some money as a security deposit, safety, backup, whatever you guys want to call it. Money gives you security, and nobody can deny that. So that was the biggest reason why I told them that they need to save money. My parents said that they will think about it, but only if I promise to start earning myself. It felt like a fair deal. I started working that summer, and I promise you guys, I worked hard. I worked hard at 3 jobs. I studied, I made sure I kept my grades up and expenses minimum, and I started saving money. I would put it in this joint bank account that I had with my parents because that's where they were depositing money too. They were just matching my paychecks. Like if they earned $170, they would put $170 in the bank account too. It was not much, but it was honest work, and that is all that I needed. I felt like even though my parents failed to show up for me wherever I needed, they are finally showing up for me when I need them the most. Well, I was wrong. I was so stupid for thinking that they would care about me. You would not believe what they did. My sister got married when she was 23 and she was pregnant at the time. Here is what my parents did. They essentially emptied my college fund account, like literally drained it completely. Why? Because they wanted to buy my sister a crib for the baby. For a crib for the baby that was not even born yet. This pissed me off so much. I had almost $1,000 in that account and I was so mad. They did not even tell me that they had emptied my account. They hid it from me. When I went to deposit the next paycheck, that was when I found out that my account was empty, and I was so angry. I was fuming. I met up with my parents and I asked them why they thought they could take the money out of the account. They told me it was for the crib and that I should not be selfish because my sister is pregnant and she could not work when she's pregnant. As her sister, I should be the one to provide for her. It's crazy. I could not give them a comeback with how crazy their statement was. To be honest, I became emotional that day. My sister gave birth to twins, and since the birth of the kids, my parents started paying her money to take care of the babies. And who was the one stuck paying the bills? This teen right here. Ever since my sister gave birth, I had to pay the bills around the house, so no more college funds for me. No more saving money to go to my college or at all. I was always short on money and my mental health was tanking. I was doing everything around the house and my parents were too busy taking care of my sister, who was always coming over every other day because her husband does not know how to treat the mother of his children. It was so irritating. Every moment I was present in the house, I realized how much I hated them and hated everyone around me. I had to redo my entire plan. I no longer wanted to go to college. I just wanted to escape from my house. So whatever money I could save, even if it was $1, it was saved for me to get out of this house. Over the months leading up to my 18th birthday, I have taken everything they have thrown my way. They have used me as their maid, their grandchildren's free nanny, and almost like the sole owner of the house because they are so busy with my sister who's still recovering from the pregnancy after 1.5 years of it. I do not know what they were on about, and honestly, I didn't care anymore. My birthday was 2 days ago. I had saved up some money, and I took that money and left the house. I told them I'm never coming back, and they thought I was joking. But when I packed my bags and was leaving the house, they lost their mind. My sister could not fathom why I would be leaving the house because my parents are so nice to us. It was like she could not see that the parents she had and the parents I had were two different people completely. On top of that, my mom thought I was a selfish little bitch for leaving the house in their hour of need. As far as my dad is concerned, he shoved me against the wall, trying to get rid of my bags from. But I got into a physical tussle with him and left. I'm currently at my friend's place, who I had already planned this escape with. I just feel overwhelmed with taking such a big step, and I suppose I wanted to talk to someone about it. Update 1. Hey guys, thank you for the overwhelming support. I really appreciate you guys checking up on me. For me, the current plan is to move 2 states away where I have a friend, and we're going to be roommates, and then I will get a job there. I finished my GED, so honestly, I will be able to get a basic job that would be enough to keep me afloat for longer. I plan on not getting back in touch with my parents because they have lost me completely. I don't know what I should do other than that. I would be lying if I said that I'm not hurt by how my parents have treated me. As far as the shoving is concerned, I have a bruise on my shoulder from being shoved against the wall that hard. I do not have any injury on my head, luckily, but that's about it. I do not know if I should go to the cops for the sake of it, but I also do not want to deal with my parents in the slightest. I am hoping to move on from the toxic and abusive environment where I moved 2 states away, if I'm being honest. Here is to hoping. Update 2. Hey everyone, things have been rather overwhelming. I know it's been about 3 months since the last update. I'm so sorry. So I finally moved in with my friend and we have been trying to balance everything out. The first month was tough because I had to get acclimated to everything around me. New place, new me, you get what I mean. But after I was acclimatized enough, I decided it would be the best call to start looking for jobs. I was lucky enough to get basic jobs. I've been working on data entry for a while. It pays good. I know it's not much, but I know I will be able to figure it out. I'm hopeful. I haven't been in touch with my parents since moving out. They have messaged me asking me for money, but I have been ignoring the messages totally. I do not wish to be in touch with them, and I do not care much about how they're going to lead their life. I refuse to be their scapegoat, but I do not think they have gotten the message yet. I'm planning on being completely no contact with them. Update 3. Hey everyone. Sorry, it took a while for me to update you guys. Things have been rather stressful for me. My sister and parents decided to lie about me online and say that I have stolen things from them. That post went up to my boss, and my boss fired me because they did not want an employee who had such drama linked with them. After all, it would be a bad image for their company. I was so shocked. Honestly, I did not know what else I was to do, so I decided to report them to the police. I showed them the picture of the bruise I got from the shoving, thanks to the user who suggested I keep a picture of it. and explained the whole situation. So after speaking with a lawyer, they got served with a cease and desist letter because their posts are directly affecting my professional life. I do not know if they will stop. I hope they do, honestly. Thank you for everything, you guys. I'm going to drag their ass to court if I have to, because I refuse to deal with them now that I'm restarting my life. OP, I'm so proud of you for making it out of there. It's not fair that you got treated that way. You deserve so much better than that. I hope you find the peace that you seek. Also, take a picture of that bruise. You never know how that might help you. Hey, OP, your parents do not deserve you. Please go no contact with them. Next story. I, 42, female, have a sister-in-law, 35, female. She's my husband's sister. She's so easily influenced, it's embarrassing. Now, because of TikTok, she has a 5-step skincare routine. God only knows how much money she threw away on snake oil products. She spends hours following up makeup routines she sees on there. She now wakes up at 5 a.m. to do a workout plan from an account she follows. She's constantly cooking recipes from TikTok, going to restaurants she found on there. Everything is from TikTok. I don't think she has ever had an original thought in her life. She is 35, for God's sake. It's an app for teenagers. Now, with Easter coming up, she's asking to bring some butterboard she saw on TikTok. It honestly sounded ridiculous. I finally decided to say something to her. I explained to her how it's embarrassing how she's still trying to act like a teenager. No amount of skincare and 5 a.m. workouts will stop her from aging. She's 35, she's going to have wrinkles. We all went through it. Now it's her turn. She's just wasting money, and it's time to grow up and accept how old she is. She's no longer a teenager, and that's okay. We all age. I explained to her that her life is flying by. She's married with no children. She's 35. I fear she's going to wake up in a few years and regret not having children and wasting so much of her time worrying about what she looks like. She told me to forget it. She won't even come to Easter. She told me just because I gave up on myself doesn't mean she needs to, which was incredibly rude and unnecessary. Sorry, I have 2 kids to take care of. I don't have time to worry about wrinkles or if my outfit is perfect. She then hung up. Now my in-laws are pissed, and they have decided to do Easter at their house since sister-in-law now feels too uncomfortable coming to our house. And of course, she will be making her ridiculous butterboard. My husband agrees that she needs to grow up, but thinks I should have kept my mouth shut and should apologize so we can have a nice Easter. But I'm looking out for her. She is no longer a teenager, and it's time to accept that. YTA. She's not hurting anyone, and plenty of people have crazy skincare routines regardless of their age. Can you hear yourself? You're mad at someone for working out? I explained to her that her life is flying by and she's married with no children. She's 35. I fear she's going to wake up in a few years and regret not having children and wasting so much of her time worried about what she looks like. This quote gives me the impression that you do have kids and have probably let yourself go. In order to cope with this or create an excuse for yourself, you dig your heels into some antiquated and narrow-minded perspective like only people who reproduce are truly grown up. Or, I can't work out because I'm too busy taking care of my kids, something my childless sister-in-law can't understand. Despite many great parents still finding time to take care of themselves. I don't use TikTok and am entirely unaware of its landscape, but I was expecting you to be talking about your sister-in-law constantly pulling pranks or holding up foot traffic to do some sort of dance, not working out and trying new recipes. Yeah, I'll say it again, YTA. I think you're the one who needs to grow up. You chose to have kids, so stop being jealous and judgmental of someone who decided not to and is living their best life. YTA. She has time for self-care and hobbies. How she chooses to pursue happiness has nothing to do with you unless she's hurting you, which it doesn't seem like she is. I'm interested in this butter board. Does she infuse butter with different flavors for you to try? Does she make her own bread? Please share her recipe if so. Next story. We both work. I leave at 6:30 and she leaves at 7:30. We get home an hour difference as well. Usually we both need naps after work. These last few days, though, she'll take a nap that's basically the entire night into next morning. She'll get home around 6, says she needs a nap. Then I don't hear from her again until the next morning. First day was whatever, she's tired. But it's been 12 business days in a row. I confronted her before about it and she dismissed it immediately, saying she's just tired. No matter what I ask, is work stressful? Are you feeling okay? She immediately says it's fine and to drop it. For those days, I have been doing all of the housework. Before, we would split tasks 50-50, but now it's more like 99-1. Walking our dog, making dinner, cleaning the place, dishes, all that has been me. I wouldn't complain if there's a reason better than she's sleeping half the time. Friday, she said she was going to take a nap, and I finally snapped and told her no. I'll admit I was aggressive, but I had enough. I said I was sick of her constantly sleeping and leaving me with all the work while she refuses to consider anything as wrong. I said it blankly. We both looked for help for her, or she stopped sleeping so much on her own. She just turned around and left for her sister's. I got an angry call from her mom saying I have no right to deny her sleep. I tried to explain, but she just hung up. My girlfriend isn't responding to my messages, and neither is her family. I don't think I did anything wrong. AITA? Editing for some clarification. The possibility is there for her being pregnant or depressed. I would 100% be with her for both. However, she dismissed the idea anything is wrong. I do her laundry and cook enough dinner for two in case she gets hungry when she wakes up. Last couple of days I stopped because she never did get up. All the grocery shopping has been done by me as well. 2.5. To those claiming I'm mad because she won't clean up after you, that is not the case at all. I never expect her to clean up after me. I always take care of myself. We both work full time and both split the chores before. I at no point ever have nor ever will expect her to do all the housework. 3. Weekends she does some minimal housework, but mostly she sleeps in and watches TV. I'm fine with that on weekends since I lounge around, but with the weeks of her doing nothing, it feels worse. 4. I yelled. I admit I was angry, but I never touched her. I finally reached my limit of her both sleeping so much and ignoring my concerns. 5. To those saying I'm a shit boyfriend for not forcing her to the doctor, that's a crime. Plus, if I tied her up and took her to the clinic, how does that look? She's not a toddler. I can't make her do anything. NTA, not everything has to be 50-50 in a relationship, but finding a comfortable balance is still important. It's concerning that your girlfriend has no issue with leaving you with all the housework when you both have full-time jobs. No wonder you feel taken for granted. Try having one more conversation with her about how you feel, and don't forget to ask questions about how she's feeling and why she feels the need to sleep that much. After that, if she's still not willing to hear you out and make strides to change, leave and find someone who has their shit together. This is absolutely gaslighting, my friend. She caused an issue, refused to talk about it, and then turned her family on you when you tried to set a boundary. This is a major red flag and would have me reconsidering the relationship. I get that it's only one issue that's lasted only a couple of weeks, but she's handling that issue would be my problem with it. Is this how she always deals with conflicts or problems? Do you really want the rest of your life to be tiptoeing around this woman so you won't have her family yelling at you? NTA, and I would put it down that she cannot come back until she sees a doctor or a therapist. NTA. Boy, howdy, I think I have bad news for you, buddy. By the way, this is all playing out. It sounds like she's pretty done with the relationship and is looking for a way to make you end it. She's also found a way for you to be the bad guy by clearly being disingenuous to her family and saying you're denying her sleep. If she's manipulating people into seeing her as some victim, it's surely best to just move on. Tell her mom you'll pack her things and have them ready for her to pick up on a day you won't be in the apartment for. Stay tuned for more stories from our girl relationships.